We have reached the end of the smartphone era, but nobody told you yet. For the last 15 years, we have lived our lives staring down at small glass rectangles in our palms. We've accepted the neck strain, the tiny keyboards, and the limited view as the price of being connected. But in the labs of Reality Labs, Mark Zuckerberg is betting $10 billion a year that you are about to look up. This is not just about a new gaming console. This is about the Meta Quest 4, the device designed to make your smartphone, your laptop, and even your multi-thousand-dollar OLED TV obsolete. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. If you think the Quest 3 was impressive, you haven't been paying attention to the supply chain leaks coming out of Asia. The Quest 4 is a complete departure from the toy aesthetic of the past. We are moving away from bulky plastic boxes on our faces and toward something far more dangerous to the status quo. Internally, there's a project codenamed Puffin, and it's the reason Apple and Samsung are reportedly panicking. It's an ultra-lightweight, high-resolution system that doesn't just put you in a game, it replaces your reality. Let's talk about the weight. The biggest complaint with VR has always been the brick-on-the-face feeling. You can only wear a Quest 3 for an hour before your neck starts to protest. But the Quest 4 is rumored to solve this with a radical architectural shift, the compute puck. Imagine a headset as light as a pair of ski goggles, because the battery and the processor have been moved to a separate unit that sits in your pocket or clips to your waist. By removing the weight from your forehead, Meta is making a device you can actually wear for an 8-hour workday. This isn't a peripheral, it's your new primary computer. But what are you actually seeing through those lenses? This is where the Quest 4 enters a league of its own. We are finally moving into the era of micro-OLED. While the Quest 3 used LCD panels that made blacks look like dark gray, the Quest 4 is targeting the holy grail of displays. We're talking about true, inky blacks, a 30% wider color gamut, and a resolution that finally crosses the retina threshold. When you pull up a virtual spreadsheet or a 4K movie in your Quest 4, your eyes won't be able to distinguish between the virtual pixels and a physical monitor. The screen door effect is officially dead. And then there is the return of the king, eye tracking. When Meta cut eye tracking from the Quest 3 to save costs, the enthusiast community was heartbroken. But for the Quest 4, it's not just a feature, it's the foundation. Eye tracking allows for something called foveated rendering. The headset only renders the tiny spot you are looking at in full detail, while blurring the periphery. This allows the AI and the GPU to punch way above their weight class, delivering graphics that look like they're coming from a high-end PC, all on a mobile chip. But eye tracking isn't just about graphics, it's about social presence. Meta's goal has always been the metaverse, but it's hard to feel connected when you're talking to a cartoon avatar with dead eyes. The Quest 4 uses internal cameras to track your pupils and your facial expressions in real time. When you smile in real life, your avatar smiles. When you squint in frustration, your avatar squints. It turns a digital call into a human connection. In a world where remote work is the new standard, the Quest 4 is being positioned as the ultimate office. Why fly to New York for a meeting when you can sit across a virtual table and see the subtle micro-expressions of your colleagues? Let's talk about the brain of this machine.